We're on the road. Where transportation goes, community grows. Welcome to On the Road with the MTA. And welcome to another edition of On the Road with the MTA. I'm Jay Gibbons alongside with Stephanie Kay from the MTA. How's Stephanie doing over there?
Well, I am busy this time of day. There's so much going on.
Yes, I know.
I know.
The holiday season is here.
It really, truly is. You can tell by the feel of things. You know,
and the feel in the air, the cold, the snow.
Yeah, the snow. Oh, speaking of snow, look at my shirt.
Hey, I like that.
I've got a snowman shirt on. Isn't it cute?
That's very cool.
That's the only thing I like.
It looks very good on you.
It looks cool.
That looks like a very happy snowman.
It is. I like snowmen make me happy. And that's the best thing about the cold weather is the snowmen. I think they're cute.
Yep.
I like them.
Yep.
But, you know, they might be cold out there and you might be shopping, but there's a reason why you should stop just for one moment. Maybe take off your gloves and take out $1 and change, $5, whatever you can afford, to help out the Salvation Army.
Yep.
They do so much. I was just going into Sam's Club, 2 days ago, and I saw a man out there ring the bell. And I thought, okay, I stopped to put $1 in. And I thought, okay, on the way out, I'll give you more. On the way out, it was somebody else. So he didn't know I gave $1, so I had to give him some too. So they changed the men there. No, but it's really so important that you help out. And we're so lucky to have both Major Randy Hellstrom on the phone with us today and Joy Peterman. Thank you both for joining us from the Salvation Army.
Oh, wouldn't have missed it.
Much.
Yes. Now, Randy, I know you're a major. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said it's just great to be here. Thank you very much for having us.
Absolutely. And Joy Peterman, what is your title over there now?
I am the development director, and this will be my 10th Christmas.
Wow.
Really? Already?
That's fantastic.
Didn't that go fast?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I remember, Joy and I were together for the years. Mom and Dad had a jewelry store over at the Cortland Center Mall and at the small mall, and Joy actually worked for us way back then.
Yeah.
Great sales girl. You could organize and clean. You knew what you were doing. And you always had really long nails.
Back in that day.
I know. So, okay, now when you say development, that means you have to collect a lot of money to help the Salvation Army, correct?
Yes, I am responsible for sharing the communications and the grants, and that's why I want to say thank you to you, because this communication channel that you bring to the Salvation Army is a life port for us this Christmas. And I just want to absolutely thank you.
Oh, well, we appreciate that. I know we were happy to do it. We were honored we could help so many people with your free dinner that you had just before Thanksgiving. MTA provided a big bus services free from the downtown area down to you. And it was nice to see so many people it was sad to see that many people in need, but so heartwarming to see the food that you were able to provide for them. It was
great.
Yeah. I mean, Jay, they didn't only have just the turkey and the potatoes and but they had 3 or 4 tables full packages like donuts and cakes, and they could take those home with them.
Wow.
How did you guys arrange all of that? Were they donations?
Many of them were donations. We had some very grateful donors that were able to land all packaging, and Dawn Hannah and her group for our meat, and the desserts came from a variety of partners. So we were very pleased to do that again this year and partner with the MTA to bring the people to our location and then return them back downtown to the bus station.
Yes, I was so glad we could do that. A lot of people from MTA came to help volunteer. I was there. Mr. Benning was there. Martina Burton was there. So many other people. Tommy from the mayor's office. And I saw you there, Randy, on a little scooter. I saw you hurt your leg. And I remember when you and your wife used to come into our radio studio and talk about the great things that you were doing in the area. And I'm sorry to say that you were on the little scooter, but tell me what you and your wife discovered that you share with me off the air, how the need is so great out there.
Well, yeah, I was saying that last year when we did Christmas, that the economy is tough. It's been rough for a couple of years, and last year we helped more people than ever before through our Christmas effort, and so we were wondering what's going to happen this year. And as we started taking applications this year, it wasn't long before we realized we were going to break those numbers from last year as well. And a couple of weeks ago, they came to me. So what are we going to do? We've already come to the place where last year's numbers, we're meeting those now, and that's what we have in our budget. We don't have money anymore. What are we going to do? And they said, do you want us to stop taking clients, or should we just keep taking clients and, figure out the rest. And I said, no, we're going to help the people who come to us who have a need. And when we do that, the floodgates open up. God opens up the floodgates. People, money that we don't even know where it comes from. People come and they just say, hey, it's on my heart to give you some money. And here's $5,000, or just the other day, here's $6,000 to buy more coats for your kids. Well, that's exactly what we needed. And it's just amazing how that works. When we are, I like to think of it like this, that we're to be rivers, not reservoirs, that things don't flow to us, they flow through us. And that's how we think of it at the Salvation Army. We are blessed to be conduits, that through us, people like yourselves, great organizations like MTA and so many other partners in the community, they work with the Salvation Army, and we then are conduits for many, many people's generosity that flows through us to the people in need. And it's really quite a privilege to serve in this way.
Well, I know that Mike and I, when I was in the radio station for 2 years in a row, we were the Salvation Army Red Kettle ambassadors. And so we were out there ringing the bell. And I know how important it is to stop and give them even some spare change, because some people will just not even look at you because they don't want to give you any money. They're embarrassed. And it's like, well, if you can, that's great. Thank you. Even a few dollars or a few cents even helps. But tell somebody, both of you, why should they take their time to put $1 in that kettle? What does that money go for? You said you're helping people, but in what way? What all does the Salvation Army do for people?
Well, the Salvation Army, it's certainly what we do at Christmas time. We help families with toys and coats and mittens and hats and scarves and pajamas and diapers and all kinds of games, for family games, all kinds of things like that Christmas time. But this money that we raise at Christmas time, it helps us all year round. So, we're talking about rent assistance, utilities programs. We're talking about, people come in for all different kinds of needs, and we're able to help them through the money that is raised at Christmas time.
Well, for those that want to donate, that have it, they're fortunate, like Jay and myself, we're fortunate enough to have a job, that we have extra money. If we want to donate to you, tell us how we can do that. And on the other hand, if somebody listening who needs that help, how can they get in touch with you to get that help you're talking about?
Let me first say that those kettles that are out there at the stores, that's a wonderful traditional way that the Salvation Army has raised a lot of money. And people, they throw their spare change in there and that adds up, or they throw their dollar bills in there and that adds up. But we have a new way to give this year, and they're called tip-tap devices. And on several of our kettles, there are these little electronic devices. They have it might say 5 on it or 10 on it or 20 on it. And you can just take your credit card and or your phone and just tap it, and it will make a donation for you for $5, $10, or $20. It's very simple. So we've been something we've struggled with for a long time, figuring out how can we do this at our kettles when so many people are passing. But now we have a way to electronically receive donations at our kettles, and you can just tap your device on one of those and it'll make a donation.
I love that, because the average person has their phone out, but not their money.
Right.
So they can actually make it fast and easy. Just click, and you're done. That's it.
And everybody has a phone on them usually, but a lot of times they don't have spare cash.
Right. But it's high tech. It's just
Yep.
Yes, absolutely. Well, that's, I have to share a story with you too. My Uncle Bud was in the service. He was actually one of the commanders in the service, and he said, you hear about the American Red Cross, Salvation Army, you hear about United Way, different places, but he said the one that really stepped up to the plate was the Salvation Army. He said they would come out and bring hot coffee when no one else is around, and they really helped him the most with all of his men. So he said he was just very indebted to you guys and very grateful for that.
So I had the opportunity at one time. I served in a disaster with the Salvation Army. And I'm not going to say what names of organizations, but there was an opportunity where the TV stations were coming out to do a story on it. And when the TV cameras rolled out, there were agencies that came from everywhere because they all wanted to be on TV.
Sure.
And when the TV cameras left, everybody left.
Aww.
And somebody said to me, well, the Salvation Army is still here. And I was in helping to clean a house. It was a flood, and it was just mud and gunk everywhere. And I was just covered with filth. And I reached out my hands covered with mud and junk, and I said, this is the Salvation Army.
Right.
Because we're in the trenches. We're right there where the people are. And that's where our heart is. It's really because we just love and value people And that's the heart of the Salvation Army. And that's why, we're just right there in the trenches. We're not always on the televisions or, get the media spotlight, but we're there. We're there in the trenches with the people who need us most. And that's the Salvation Army.
How long have you been there? I know my uncle is long passed away, and he said when he was a young man, you guys were there. So how long has the Salvation Army been in place?
Well, the Salvation Army has been in existence since 1865.
Wow.
But here in Flint, we've been here 130 years now. 130 years we've been in Flint.
That's huge. My goodness.
Long
I had no
time.
idea. Yeah, it is. And they're doing such good work every year. Like you said, the need is greater and it's hard to find the finances. But I love what you said is you and your wife both, you have such a faith in God that you know that no matter what, it's going to get there for you. If you need so much money, it comes from somewhere and you make it happen.
Right.
So, Steph, just to put it into perspective, we will help 670 some families this year, which is about 100 more than last year. And the children, and we will help 18 to 2,000 children with their coats, with their toys, with staying warm, with hats and gloves and pajamas, and just all the things that kids need to have at least once in their life on a special day. And we're so excited to be able to do that for them.
So how does that work, Joy? Do they get their name on a list and they come to you to pick up their packages, or how does that work exactly?
Well, through the wonderfulness of Major Randy and Major Kathy, we've turned the gym into a Christmas Town toy shop with street signs and things on the wall that show God's love, and there's a post office and there's a checkout counter. So you are actually walked through, the parent or grandparent or guardian, with a volunteer, and you get to literally shop for your things. You don't have to take a bag of whatever we've chosen. They really see this as an opportunity to go shopping in a wonderful surrounding and really pick out their toys just like it would on a shelf in a store.
I love that. That's so individualized.
It's amazing.
Yes, because you know your child better than anybody. They might not want a baby doll. They might want some building blocks. They might, you don't know what to give somebody if they're not there to help you and tell you. So I love that you guys do that. I didn't realize you had done it that way. I love it. So and somebody does
Come
need
see it. It's cool.
Yes.
We decorate the whole gym so it looks like a Christmas town. And we got buildings along the wall that kind of give that ambiance. But this is the heart of why we do this is these are people. I understand sometimes, we think, well, they're poor people. And sometimes we can kind of look down on that. Believe in families that come to us to ask the Salvation Army for help, they don't want to do that. They would much rather have jobs and be able to support their families and give to others. That it takes a lot of swallowing of your pride to come and say, look, I'm sorry, but this year I'm struggling. I need some help. And we want them to know that they are special people and that we love them and that their status doesn't change their value. And so when they come into our building, they come into our program, we want them to know that they are our guests, that it's a privilege to serve them and it's an honor to serve them. And we want to build them up. We don't want them to feel bad or feel like a number through some kind of system. And you're just, here's your bag and go ahead, go, take and leave. That's not who we are. So we want to lift them up. We want to build their spirits. We want them to know that they're valued, because when a person feels valued, it changes everything in their home. It changes their perspective on life. And we want to give them that as well.
So instead of feeling like charity, you make them feel supported and valued, which I think is a huge, important aspect for that.
Yep.
So is there a phone number there that if somebody's listening and think, you know what, you could use some help, or my neighbor is a single mom now and she could use some help. Is there a phone number or a way to get a hold of you or an organization to get the help?
Yes, they could call 810-232-2196. I'm not sure how many spots we have left, but the opportunity to sign up is quickly drawing to a close, just so that we can prepare for the families that we have. But that would be a very valid number to call. Okay. And if somebody wanted to make a donation, they could call 232-1684. That's my number, and be more than happy to help them and talk with them about that.
Awesome. I know you guys do such good work over there. We're so grateful to have you in this area.
Yeah. Can you donate online too at a website or no?
Yes, absolutely. You can come to our website and donate without any problem at all.
And what is that website, Joy?
It's www.salarmygenesee.org.
Perfect.
Or just go to Flint, Genesee County, Salvation Army, and our website is there.
Perfect. I know.
So they just wanted to do a Google search.
Yes, I wanted to make sure I was spelling that Randy's last name correctly. When I did, there was all kinds of ways to donate here, donate there. So there's not a problem when you go to their website.
Good.
Definitely easy to do. Well, you guys, thank you so very much for all you do and for taking the time to talk to us. And I know you're going to be so busy out there with the Red Kettle campaign and trying to help people. Is there anything else you'd like to cover before we say goodbye to you? Is there anything else that's upcoming that you're doing that you need help with, or anything you want to cover?
Hey, you can be looking out ahead in this next year. We have a great honor that's been given to us, and we're real excited. You'll hear more about this next year, by mid next year. But we are also we are now the host organization for the Gus Macker basketball tournament that will be coming. It's the third largest event that happens downtown Flint, and the Salvation Army is able to be the lead organization for that this year in putting that together. We're very excited about the possibilities with that.
That's wonderful. Now you better get that leg better so you can play basketball.
Well, I think my tournament days are over, but I still enjoy watching, and we hope it's a blessing to the community.
Well, I hope it's okay. I'm going to ask for prayers for you, Randy, that you heal quickly and without any kind of issues, because I know you need to get back on your feet, don't you?
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
You bet. Prayers do work miracles. All right. Well, Joy, you started to say something. Was something else you wanted to add?
Nope. Just thank you again for the opportunity. And we could use all the support so that we can provide more. And we truly appreciate this opportunity.
Well, thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
We're honored to partner with you every time we possibly can. So, well, thank you guys so much. And hopefully when you're out and about, it'll make you a little warmer, Jay, if you take out $1 or $2 out of your pocket and put it in that red kettle.
That's right. It'll make your heart feel warmer.
That's true.
Oh, hit that tip tap.
Oh, that tip tap. Yeah, that's
and
even
tip
better.
Tap too, yeah.
Tip tap too. Just have your phone ready to do that. And then you can push their hand up to the 20 when they go to the 5.
Right.
No, that's awesome. Well, thank you guys. And thank you for listening. Every week we do something special. It's going to be free, something that's going to be beneficial for the community. And that's where you can find us, right here on the road with the MTA. Stephanie K. And of course, Jay.
You've been listening to On the Road with the MTA. For more information on our services and community outreach, visit us online anytime at www.mtaflint.org. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. The MTA, your community, your connection, your way.